Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Visit Worth It, the series where I share my review and my opinion for different video games that I've experienced. Today's video is about a smashing blast from the past, and I'm referring to Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled was developed by Beenox, a studio that worked on plenty of Spider-Man, Skylanders and Call of Duty titles. It was published by Activision in 2019 for all available consoles during its era. Personally, I was really hyped for the game when it was announced because I played a lot of the original Crash Nitro Kart on the PlayStation 2, since this was the closest to a Mario Kart for the PlayStation. I also have plenty of memories playing that game with 3 other friends of mine, as the game offered a 4-player multiscreen. Needless to say, I got the game after its release. Let's see if it lived its expectations. The game is a remastered version of the original Crash Team Racing, but also includes maps and characters for all other Crash Kart titles, such as Crash Nitro Kart and Crash Tag Team Racing. This also allowed the developers to go out of their way and include other properties from these respective titles. On to the review. The game offers a story mode where an alien called Nitros arrives to the Earth and claims that if no one is worthy enough to race him and beat him, then he'll transform Earth into a space parking station and make everyone his slaves. This then triggers another cutscene of all beloved Crash characters from all over the globe preparing their vehicles so they can participate and be the number one. The game then drops you into the gameplay, where similar to all platforming adventure games, you move around the hub world and choose a stage for you to play. Instead of the players walking around and running, you simply drive the car to the level you wish to enter and play. While in the hub area, you are required to collect specific items such as keys in order to proceed to the next world. To be more specific, getting the materials will unlock a boss battle, which will then reward you with the key in order to proceed. Speaking of boss battles, after you successfully placed first in all of the maps, the boss room will be available. The boss battle in this game requires the player to finish first in a 1v1 race. However, the boss of the level will move slightly faster and will almost constantly release power-ups on his way without having the need to collect a box containing one. Placing first will reward the player by unlocking the character that they raced and a few customizable cosmetics. The story is not something special nor unique, but let's be honest, no one will pick this game for its story mode, but more or less its gameplay. First things first, when you boot the game, you are placed in the main menu of the game. The story mentioned previously is always the first option to select. Below Adventure, aka Story, there's a few options such as Local Arcade, which will I mention later in detail. Below it, it's the Online, where you can race online with friends or with randoms from all over the world. Following the Online, there is the Pit Stop, where you can buy items such as heroes, cars, wheels, stickers and many more. You can buy these items with in-game currency or by paying real money. The shop changes daily and offers plenty of offers. Moving forward, there is the High Scores, aka the leaderboards of the game, and last but not least, it's the Wumba Challenges that have plenty of mini-tasks for the player to complete to receive more coins and more rewards. Now the option that will be the must visit, and that is Local Arcade. In Local Arcade, you get another drop-down list with playable game modes. You can choose to play these game modes alone or in couch multiplayer between 1 to 4 players in total. Single Race is the option where you can select specific map and race on. You can also choose how many laps you wish to complete and if you wish to play this map in mirror mode. Below Single Race, there's an option to participate in a cup where 4 maps are grouped into one, and upon succeeding every map you receive points. At the end of the last map, the top 3 will receive their reward. Below that is Battle Mode, which has its own unique maps, power-ups and modes. In Battle Mode you can choose what kind of brawl you wish to have and whether or not it's team battle or single. These modes are Capture the Flag, Elimination, Team Elimination, Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch. Below Battle, there is Time Trial, where you race in order to finish within a specific time limit. Following the time trials, there is a mode which was added a few months later for free, called Ring Rally, where the players have to pass in between rings that spawn in the maps to score points. Relic Race is next, and it's another time trial where you must finish within a smaller amount of time. However, there are crates that instead of giving you power-ups, they freeze time. Second to last, it's the CTR Challenge Race. CTR Challenge Race is a normal race, however you must collect all 3 letters of CTR and place first. Last but not least, it's Crystal Challenge, where 20 crystals are hidden in the map and you have a fair amount of time to collect them all before it runs out. There's a total of 40 unique maps for the players to experience and plenty of heroes. Some of the maps are huge while others are smaller. All of them are beautifully designed and have plenty of secret shortcuts that require the player to have a certain amount of skill to reach them or certain observation skills. All of the maps are available from day one, including the ones that were added later on. The cards and the heroes though, it's a different story. Some of the heroes are available from the get-go, some of them require the player to defeat them in story mode, while others must be bought with Wumba coins from the store. All of the heroes have different color palettes and legendary outfits with their own unique celebration. The color palettes can be unlocked by simply using the character a fair amount of times. For example, use Baby Crush 5 times, then another 10, then another 15 times, and so on. However, special outfits are only purchasable from the store. The same can be said with the cars. There's plenty, and I mean plenty of customizable options for the cars, starting from the main body option, to the wheels, to the color palettes, to the special patterns, all the way to special stickers. Unlike other games, none of the heroes nor cars give special treatment to the player. Instead, the player can choose whichever style he prefers to play in between 3. These styles are the balance, where most of the stats are the same, the style that focuses more on speed, with terrible turn and handling, and the acceleration style that is not as fast as the others, but when boost or when drifting gives you more momentum than the others. The gameplay of the game is simple. Holding X will always allow the player to move straight and keep them on movement. Square is used for brakes, but also for reverse when tilting the stick backwards. Circle is used to use the power-ups that you collect. Triangle is used for the UI of the speedometer, that is, what the player should look when drifting. R2 is used to adjust the camera distance from the player, and L2 allows the player to look behind him. L1 or R1 are used to drift. In order to power slide and gain boost after the drift, hold down either R1 or L1 and the direction you wish to turn. Then you'll notice 3 things. 2 of them can be observed from the UI, since it's the smoke that the car will produce and the rib tires will get a flaming effect, and the other one is the speedometer that I mentioned with the triangle. When the meter is full, use the other button between L1 and R1. This will grant you a small boost, and you can do it up to 3 times. The third one will always give an extra boost. I'm sorry if the explanation is not clear, but trust me, if you play the game you'll understand what I mean. Here's a few tips and tricks that you should know. If you pick up a red TNT, spam either L1 or R1 and the TNT will drop. When you reach a high area, try to jump with L1 or R1. Upon land, you receive additional boost. 3. Try to have 10 Wumba fruits at any time, as they allow you to move faster and they power up the power-ups. What I mean by this is that the red TNT will turn into a green, which means the moment of impact it will explode. The shield from green will turn blue, which will remove the time limit of you possessing the shield, and if you shoot the shield, it will track the guy in front of you. The green potion will turn into red potion, and that will mess with the handling of the car and the power-ups that the person might have. Overall, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is a fun game. Is it worth buying in 2021 though? Well, it depends. The online servers for the PlayStation are not as active as they used to be, as you don't find as many people as before. So if the reason for you buying the game is the online, I wouldn't recommend it as much. However, if it's for the local multiplayer, then you'll probably enjoy it. Although, I would recommend to check on various offers, as the game is always included with the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy as a set of 2, but there's also the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Spyro Reignited Trilogy as a bundle of 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments below if you own the game and which hero and track you like the most. For me, I mostly use Spyro the Dragon, Ripperoo, and Baby Crush, and the map of preference is Android Alley. Till then, take care and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!